Shut up and sit down.
Welcome to Being on Stage, the only podcast that gives you motivation, inspiration, and confidence to be better on stage. No matter how you entertain, sing, dance, band, comedian, public speaking, MC, drag, burlesque, performance art, or street performer, this is the show for you. Hey rock stars, Reggie Dawson, host of the Being on Stage podcast. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the podcast for performers. Help you take this thing you do, your talent, put it on stage in front of an audience, turn your performance into an experience that nobody is ever going to forget. And that's what we do here at Being on Stage. A lot of times I've heard people ask the $1 million question, what's the easy way to get going? Well, I mean, it's more than get going. It's more like they want the easy way to get success. And the short answer is there is no easy way, but there is an easy way to start getting gigs. And I guess that's where I'm going here. A little bit of a rough start on this one, man. I gotta tell you what. I gotta get back in the swing of doing these things every day. This school year starting has really, really thrown me off my game. My wife goes to college. She's finishing up her bachelor's degree. She'll be graduating in December. My daughter is started high school, and we completely homeschool her ourselves. So that's an added challenge in our lives. And then, I have this podcast, another business, and I do work full-time for another company as well. So busy boy. This school year has really gotten me off my game. But back to the topic at hand. Come on, Reg, get back on topic. So the easy way, and in short, the easy way to listen. I can't tell you the easy way to get success. I can't tell you the easy way to get better at what you do. I can't tell you the easy way to get paid. What I can do is I can tell you the easy way to get going and to start getting your first couple of bookings. And the short answer, if you just want to skip the rest of the no, I'm just kidding. Don't skip the rest of the podcast. I'm not going to give it away. But in short, you have to ask for it. And that can seem like a hefty goal, but let me tell you a story about a couple of bookings that I got, and actually some other people that I know as well have gotten bookings this way. And it's the simplest, most basic way to get a gig, to get someone to book you for something. Now, mind you have to keep into consideration where you're at in your career. If you're just starting out and you've done a couple of open mic nights or talent shows or things like that, or birthday parties, or private small events and things, you want to know where you're at. Like you may not be ready to go to like a huge festival at Disney World, but you could be ready for like the fair. But one of the things I need to share with you is when I say ask for it, I mean on the most basic level, just ask for what you want. There was a movie, Disney movie. It was on the Disney Channel all the time for Halloween. Halloween Town. Okay, old movie, probably in the 90s. I don't know, like old is relative. For me, it's an old movie because I was a kid when I watched it. Old is relative. I was also a kid when I watched it like 20 years ago. So there you go. But it was all about, one of the things they said about magic was you just have to, think about something and then let yourself have it. And in the same way, when you're a performer, you have to, see where you want to perform and then just go ask for it. So what does that look like? And here's the big kicker, okay? It actually looks very, very simple. It's a 3-step process. And I know, I keep saying I'm not going to number things anymore, and then I keep numbering things. It may not be a 3-step process. I may add a step. It may only be a 2-step process. But we're going to start at 3 steps and see where we go from there. So your first step is, you have to find places and events that you want to perform. So you have to get like a list of contacts. It's an easy thing to do. If you want to perform at a festival, search online festivals. If you want to perform at the fair, search your fair's website. If you want to perform at local bars and venues, search for those places. Get a little list together. Keep a list of the venue and the phone number and who to contact. And then it's very simple. When you reach out to them, I like to reach out via email first. It depends on your style. Sometimes it's better to go in person. So there's two things I've done here. First, I'm going to talk about one where I went in person, and then I'm going to talk about one where I did it through email. So it was like 2007. Actually, I know for a fact it was 2007. It was 2007, about February 2007, and I was not yet 21, and my girlfriend at the time and our roommate wanted to go to a show in Fort Lauderdale, West Palm, that somewhere between Fort Lauderdale and West Palm, that was 21 and up. So I said, all right, you guys go to that show. I'll go to this place and, check it out. See if maybe they're hiring performers. And that's what we did. I dropped them off. I drove about 40 minutes back to the place I was going. And I walked in and I said, listen, I perform on stage. I'd like to talk to someone about, any opportunities you have here. And sure enough, within 5 minutes, I was talking to one of their promoters. They had numerous promoters. I was talking to one of their promoters that did the Friday nights. I was asked to come out on a Monday and, give a preview, an audition, if you will. And that was that. I went out the next Monday. I auditioned, and I became a household name from like February all through December. For about 8 months there. And all because I went in and I stated exactly what I wanted. And I kept it simple, When you go into these places and you talk to these people, you don't want to give them this huge, long story at the front. Okay, hi, my name is John, and I've played the guitar and yodeled ever since I was 6 years old, and I'm really passionate about it. And I love performing in front of new audiences, and I think that your venue... No, keep it very, very simple. Think about what you're actually trying to do. You're trying to perform at a new place. You want to be a new performer at this venue. Keep your question simple. Are you taking on new performers at this time? Boom. And if you want to get a little more direct, how can I become a performer at this venue? That's it. It's exactly what you want. Are you taking new performers, and how do I become one? And once you get the answer of if they're taking one, hey, you might just get the answer of how to do it. But once you find out if they're taking them, then your follow-up question would be how. So you can either go, I always like the would you take them, for a yes or no question is usually easier to open with. You get more responses that way. So I like to open with, are you taking on new performers? Are you looking for a juggler for your event? Do you have a juggler for your event? Ask them point blank, do you have the thing that I do already happening? Do you have openings for new guitar players? Do you have an availability for an acrobat to perform at your, do you have availability for an acrobat? It doesn't matter what the question is, but make it a yes or no simple question of, do you have this, or are you accepting new performers? Point blank, yes or no. And once you get a response and you find out, yes, they're taking applications or auditions, or, yes, they're interested, or no, they don't have this yet, then you put it out there. My name, I do this, ... I would like to perform, or, I would like to send you a video to see if I'd be a good fit. It doesn't really matter how you word it, but you state what you do, what you want, and then you point blank ask if there's a time when you can discuss this further. Point blank ask, can we meet? That's it. That's really that simple. You tell them what you do. Let's see. Let's think of something new. I'm a comedian magician, and I would like to talk to you about performing at your bar next month. Can we meet this week? Boom. If they're interested, they'll say they're interested. If there's another process you need to follow, they'll give you the details for the process. If there's someone specific you need to contact, they'll tell you who to contact. It's that simple. You contact them, you find out if they're interested, if they're looking for new talent, or if they already have your talent, or if they're open to your talent. You ask a yes or no question, you open it up, and then when you find out that you can move forward, you just put it out there. That's it. And yeah, you know what? You're going to find people that don't respond. You're going to have people that tell you, no, we're not interested. You're going to have people that, well, I mean, you're going to have people that just kind of, they talk to you at first and then they just kind of fade away. And then you're going to have people that, you know, bite, and they bite hard, and they go for it, and they say, you know, then you get the show. That's it. You know, so here's the ideal. Here's what happened for me. And this is true story. So this time it was 2009, 2009. Yeah, I was just started dating my now wife. I just started dating, and we were going to go up to Massachusetts to visit. Now, this was, you know, when we first got together in 2009, she lived in Florida. 2011, we had a huge financial crisis. She moved to Massachusetts, so this is way before that. You know, this was 2009 still. So we went up to visit. I was meeting her parents, her friends, her childhood home, all that good stuff. And, yeah, so that was pretty cool. And one of the things that I thought would be really, really interesting is if I could perform at, you know, one of the bars that she would used to frequent with her friends, like one of her hometown bar, if you will. So what I did, you know, I went on good old MySpace. Yes, MySpace. Before Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, there was MySpace. And I sent this bar a message. I sent them, I think I sent them 2 messages on MySpace, and I sent them 1 message on MySpace and 2 emails. And the first message, I did it the wrong way. Okay, I put it all out there in the beginning. How I finally got them though was the third email I sent. I said, you know, I sent you a previous email about performing at your club. I'm coming up on these dates. Do you have anything available? I kept it simple. I told them exactly what I wanted to do. They probably may have gone back and seen it. I think I threw in something like it would mean a lot to my wife. You know, you're her hometown bar. You know, we're traveling up there. I think I threw something like that out there. And sure enough, again, I got a response after the third time. Now, the first one was on MySpace. The second one was an email. I told this huge story about how I wanted to perform at my wife's hometown bar and how I do this, and I performed at all these venues, and I've worked with a number of performers, and name drop, numbers. They don't care. They don't care about all the places that you've performed at. Now, if people go looking for you, if people go looking for your website or your Facebook, it's good to show that you've worked at a number of places. But people don't care. If you're just reaching out to them, if they're opening a message, they don't care to know how many places you've performed at and who you've worked with. Truthfully, they don't care. Nobody cares about that. Okay, I'm sorry to bust your bubble. They don't care. What they care about is filling a slot that they have open that's going to bring people or entertain the people that are already there. That's what they care about. So you just have to point blank ask for what you want, and then, you know, if they're interested or if they're open to, you know, your kind of act, or if they have something available for you, they'll go for it. But keep it simple. Tell them what you want, or ask them the yes or no. So let me iron it out and break it down and wrap this bad boy up. And then, before I do that, listen, if you want to work together, by the way, and then I'm just going to throw this out there. If you want to work together, you can jump on my calendar, beingonstage.com/calendar. That's beingonstage.com/calendar. Put in your name, email, pick a date and time, and I'll give you a call, and we will get you going and moving forward in your career and going after those dreams. So let me iron this out for you, okay? The yes or no question. You have 2 options. Option number 1. Are you currently accepting new performers? Option number 2. Do you currently have a, insert what you do here, for your venue/event? That's it. Do you currently have a juggler for your event? Do you currently have a singer-songwriter for your venue? Do you currently have a magician for your event? Whatever you do, just put it in. Step 2 of the 3-ish step process. Step 2, once they respond and give you the go-ahead, and the go-ahead is that answer that you desire, you know, the yes, we're taking on new performers, or, you know, no, we don't currently have that. That answer that you're looking for, you tell them point blank what you want. I juggle while riding a unicycle. I think it'd be really great for your event. The kids